morning. How's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's been pretty good so far. Um, yeah, hey, Gregory asked me to reach out. Obviously, we received your submission, and at this stage, just gonna have a quick call, take about 10 minutes to see if you'd be a good candidate for DAP University. All right?
Very good.
Yeah. Um, and if it seems like a good fit for both parties, what we'll do next is we'll schedule in an in-depth consultation on Zoom where we'll break down your situation in much more detail. We'll break down what you'd get from DAP University, and that's how we'll determine how to move forward here.
Very good.
Let's get right to it. First off, can you briefly tell me how it's going for you right now with respect to your work and life situation at the moment, and exactly what you might be looking to achieve with DAP University's help?
Yeah, I mean, I'm professional and, have a family and children and years of experience. I'm 49 years old and completed a JavaScript boot camp, a full-time in-person JavaScript boot camp up in Boulder, Colorado,
Okay.
in 2015. And that was a pretty steep learning curve for me at the time. And so I haven't been working directly in that, but have continued self-study. And so what's really exciting to me, and I've followed Gregory's material online, and then also, became a member of the online boot camp, but really just haven't had the bandwidth to be able to do justice to that like I wanted to do. So I have an undergraduate degree in finance from Colorado State University, and have worked as a broker, traded stock options with Merrill Lynch when I was right out of college, and so have experience with the financial markets. Have done, my capstone project with the undergraduate was on neural networks, and this is when they were still, they weren't doing chat GPT stuff. So have followed that for years and have a deep understanding. I have graduate work in database technologies through Regis University in Denver. And so the confluence of finance and tech, it's just been a natural fit with crypto. And so my interest really is probably just developing the projects to put together the portfolio site and see what's out there and see who can, probably something in DeFi would be what I would be moving more towards with my finance background. And,
Yep.
Smart contract development or whatever, is in demand at the time.
Smart. So basically, doing pretty well for yourself. You're doing pretty well for yourself. You've been experienced with many things now, finance, tech, like you said. Now looking to just understand the blockchain market really well and pretty much gain the skills you need to market and brand yourself into a position or a much better position from what you're doing right now. Correct?
That's really, and what I see is the long term. This isn't going to go away. This isn't going to get smaller. This is going to get bigger and bigger, even though I know right now is a difficult time, with the pricing and the financials. The technology is here to stay, and I don't think there's any way they can stop it. It's just going to, for the next decades, 2 decades, 3 decades, I want to be in this space, understanding this technology deeply, and I just need the really what it's about accountability, and it's about I'd love to be able to dive into this and give it the justice that it's due, but it's I've got 4 kids and a very, very busy schedule, and so I haven't been able to dedicate to really dedicate the time, and I don't think it would take much. I think if I could do a couple hours a day every weekday, and then build projects on the weekend,
you'd be good.
That's
You'd be set up, and you're in the early stages of it also, which is great. What you're saying is that you kind of need some structure, kind of someone guiding you through the full process.
that's it.
That way, you do have some sort of accountability, and you're also progressing in this. And
And the networking, I'm
yes,
sure Gregory has tons of that. So,
huge.
plugging me in where I could be. And I think I'd be a valuable candidate because I've got all this other experience and I understand financial markets.
Okay, and that's what's going on here is Gregory is looking for a few committed individuals who are prepared to become essentially understand or become blockchain developers. And
Great.
uh, let's fast forward a bit here and imagine that you were able to achieve your goals of understanding this very well, creating the projects like you said, which we'll discuss in a bit. If that were the case, would you be prepared to offer Gregory a testimonial of your success if we got to that point?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not my. I'm more, one of the things that has drawn me to the crypto space is the aspect of privacy.
Yeah.
Um, so, over time, I think I'd be, less, less of like the poster boy, but more of someone who's a long-term person who is able to network and refer.
Correct. And it could be, just to be very clear, it could be completely anonymous, right? Just kind of just talking about your experience of how it went for you, and the outcome if we get to that point, right? So that's totally fine. It's definitely not necessary. Just wanted to ask. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, let me briefly explain to you what my job here is in the process.
Okay.
As I alluded to you earlier, my only job is to select the individuals who I believe are the right fit to be mentored by DAP University and that have the right character traits to succeed in this area, to become a blockchain programmer if that's what you're looking to do. And, we would love to help everybody since there are hundreds of guys who want to work with DAP University, and it would be a personal mentorship where you'd be getting trained by Gregory personally. Uh, he can only take on a handful of new clients at a time. And so can you tell us one or two reasons of why you think you'd be a good fit for DAP University as opposed to somebody else?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and I've already kind of spoken to that, but the combination of I have programming experience. I have studies in database technology. I was, trained on the mean stack as a full stack developer with JavaScript. And then also just the financial experience and years of understanding how markets work. Also in combination with experience with marketing and understanding the Web 2.0, and what Web 3.0 offers in terms of decentralization, privacy. Like this is a huge wave that I'm not just doing this because I don't have anything else to do and this sounds good. I'm doing this intentionally because I see the vision, the long-term vision, and that's and I'm willing to invest. I'm willing to make the necessary sacrifices and do what it takes to be successful in the space. Just kind of need that little push.
Okay. And tell me, I mean, have you ever hired an expert or coach to help you with things in life in general before?
No, I really haven't.
Makes sense. Okay. And how would you rate your current financial situation if you had to choose between excellent, good, okay, or bad?
I mean, my financial situation's good.
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I think that's another attractive part with the crypto space is that there's upside. And I see. I'm not interested in just putting in hours. Working for somebody else is a great way to make them rich. But to me, it's that's another attractive element to the crypto space is there is basically unlimited upside, and there's a way to bring new things into the world that haven't existed before.
Agreed.
This,
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm glad that you're realizing these things. If you don't mind me asking, we just, it's just a question we ask everybody. Like approximately, I mean, how much would you say that you're making per month at the moment?
About 6 to 7,000 a month.
Okay. And so, just to be very clear here, what exactly are your current career and income goals for the following year for yourself?
I mean, if I could knock out the boot camp for DF University and then put together a portfolio site, I'd love to see that north of 10,000 a month.
Okay.
I think realistically, within a year, if I could find something where there was 10,000 a month, and then I could get to know people, come up with projects, then I'd be looking to create an equity investment with somebody, and if I could find partnerships and the right network, that's I think unlimited potential.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And so, to be very clear, right, to reach your goals of understanding blockchain thoroughly, and I would say somewhat becoming an expert at it, naturally, it requires a small investment in the beginning. And we realize that if you want to be an expert in coding and get a high-paying job in the field as quickly as possible with Gregory's personal guidance, that it would require an investment of approximately between 7 to 9K USD. This is just our experience if you want to get there or to your end goal fast, right? Would you say that you're financially capable of providing this investment if you were to see the value in it?
Yes.
Okay, because the next step here is going to be that you and I, possibly Gregory himself, will hop on a Zoom call, as I alluded to earlier, where you're able to see me, I'm able to see you and Gregory. What we'll do is we'll break down your situation in a lot more detail, analyze exactly where you are, what you're trying to accomplish, and how we can get there. From there, what I would do is explain DAP University to you in a lot more detail, month by month, week by week, of how it will look like. From there, if both parties think that it's a good fit, we will proceed. And so, moving forward, hypothetically speaking, if we were to start, when would you be able to start with DAP University?
Next week.
Okay, I'm totally fine. Let me just look at my schedule, Michael.
Yeah.
You are Mountain Time, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Would you at least be able to make a decision, let's say, sometime this week? Just reason being is what we typically do is have our onboarding calls on Monday, where, if we do proceed with this, you will be having a onboarding call with Gregory himself. We will be developing the structured, tailored plan of what you need to focus on completely to get you to where we need to get to. Would you be available for a Zoom call, let's say, I would say later today or tomorrow?
Yeah, my kids are still off school, and so it's going to be difficult. They'll be back in school on Monday.
Okay.
But yeah, if how long are we talking about?
So it'd be around 30 to 45 minutes at least. I would say it's somewhat of an intimate call, and we definitely would have to get specific on both parties, understand exactly, what you're getting yourself into.
Let's see. Maybe this afternoon.
Okay.
Like 2:00. I would probably. It's going to be difficult for me to find a private location, though.
I think yes. I don't want to put you in a situation where you're, on edge or anything like that. So let's not schedule today, right? I'm guessing tomorrow you're going to feel the same way, correct? And so
unless it's late. If it's late in the day, I could do it. My kids are going to go with their mom at 4:00.
Okay. On Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, so how about we do, around 5, 6 p.m. on Friday? Would that work for you?
At Mountain Time.
Correct.
Yeah, I could do 5:00.
All right, let's do 5:00 Mountain Time tomorrow. Should be you, me, and Gregory. All right. So.
Okay.
Yeah. To be very clear, and I won't guarantee that. I mean, sometimes he is
sure.
busy. I will let you know. Like you said, we're just going to go more go over your situation in more detail, see whether you yourself would be a good fit to learn from DAP University. And with that said, just please do me a favor. We need you to be on a laptop, desktop computer, not on a phone, quiet environment, fast internet, either at home or in office. I'm pretty sure you've used Zoom many times, correct?
Yes.
So I've just sent that to you. Your homework before the consultation, I'd like you to think about and write down 3 goals that you'd like to achieve within the next year or 2. It is very important we get specific on this call. That way, if we do proceed,
Great.
Gregory would be able to tailor the program. Okay?
Great.
All right.
And then, Jason, just one quick question is, what does the payment look like? Are you guys looking for $7,000 up front, or?
It doesn't have to be up front. It definitely depends on your financial situation at the moment. If we need to make installments, we're open to doing that.
Great.
All right. So, and we can discuss that in a lot more detail.
Very good.
All right. Sounds good. I have you here tomorrow.
All right.
Would you be able, since it is tomorrow, is it all right if I give you a quick call, let's say 30 minutes before?
Yeah, sure. That's great.
All right. Sounds good. I'll let Gregory know, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Appreciate it, Jason. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.